baby. I get two.
Hey, good morning. Welcome back. Pat Sullivan, Denny Smith, Terry Stacy, Allison Lemons. We're here at 71st and Keystone for Mum Fest. Mums at Sullivan Hardware and Garden Stores in Allisonville, Home and Garden. Available this weekend. $6 field-grown local mums.
They're beautiful.
They're absolutely beautiful. Come get them. And make at two of our stores, Allisonville and Keystone. We have restaurants. So the restaurant was slammed yesterday. So come out for lunch or even just stop, grab a beer, glass of wine, and walk through the mum field. The Home and Garden program brought you in part by the Michaelis Corporation. Water storms,
fire.
You going to do it?
Wet basements.
You needed a parrot. I was working with you. Water storms.
Fire and wet basements. Life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it. All right, Danny, tell us about our guest.
It wasn't but 2 or 3 decades ago, if you lived on the east side, and Terry lives on the east side, she would drive by this beautiful place called Parmount Music Palace. Terry, you remember it?
Absolutely remember it. Many good experiences always there, many times.
And that's the whole thing. There is now a program called Remember the Paramount, and we have Patty Butwin and we have Justin Stahl joining us now. Patty, I'm going to start with you. What got this thing started? This is really a good idea.
Well, I'll tell you what. This is our 4th performance. The 3rd that has been titled Remember the Paramount. And we just had a group of people from the ISOA, which is the Indianapolis Symphony Orchestra Association, and the CIC-ATOS, which is
Good luck, Patty.
The Central Indiana Council
chapter.
You
got
of the American Theater Organist Society.
You got it.
Wow.
You got it.
So
the name
how would you pronounce
that?
Justin, how would you pronounce Chatchtros?
You watch your mouth.
All right, so you got this started to bring back this mighty Wurlitzer.
Absolutely. The Wurlitzer has been at the theater since 2009.
Yep,
yes.
You got it.
And Justin has played at the Yuletide celebration.
And I have heard him. He's a lot of fun. He does the intermissions.
And
I remembered seeing him. I went up to try to tap him on the shoulder. I thought, no, I better not do that. He's going to screw this up. And
no. Born to do it. No, I'm going to get mad if you don't tap me on the shoulders. Yeah, come and see me.
No, we're all going to come and tap you on the shoulders.
What about Ken Double joins us on the program? Hey, Ken.
Good morning. Delighted to be with you again. This is going to turn into an annual visit.
Oh,
well,
right.
That works for us.
So how does Ken work into this whole deal? You played for many years, didn't you, Ken?
Well, back in the days when I was sportscasting, I had this secondary career, and I was actually between TV gigs and was asked to substitute at the Paramount Music Palace. This was back in 1980. Because Donna Parker, who played there all those years, she was pregnant with her daughter, and God bless her, couldn't hardly reach the keys. So for 6 months before I landed at Channel 6 television, I was playing the pipe organ at the Paramount. Took my lessons when I was a kid in Chicago, learned how to play the theater organ, love it. And when I retired from sportscasting, now back in 2008, I became president of the American Theater Organ Society and did that job, and then have continued playing. So, guys, I've never been paid to work. I got paid to watch sporting events, and now I get paid to play these things, and it's fabulous. And it's great to be back for another show at the Circle Theater.
What makes the pipe organ so much fun to play?
The theater organ is a totally different animal than the one you have at church. It was built to be like an orchestra. Its first job was to make music for silent films, and particularly at the pizza restaurants. And at one point in time, there were almost 100 of them around the country. They put they were built like an orchestra. They wanted a xylophone. There's a real xylophone. They wanted drums. There are real drums. They wanted tambourines and castanets. These were built in the 20s. It didn't have an opportunity to sample the sound and push it through a speaker. If you wanted that sound, it had to be the real thing. So in addition to all the pipe voices that create the music, the organist becomes orchestrator and arranger and conductor, and all of this wonderful stuff is at his fingertips, which allows for tremendous flexibility and a lot of fun.
another one of the organists that performs on this wonderful instrument is Justin Stahl. And Justin, as you go through this, when you're choreographing it, how do you remember where all these buttons are? I mean, if you're wanting the snare drum and all of a sudden you get a xylophone, how do you remember where all of them are?
That's a good question. I mean, a far more practiced person would probably write some of this down. I do. But sometimes you just get into muscle memory. And so even though every theater organ is a little bit different, the way I can go and set it up. So think about, you put WIBC on your radio preset, of course.
All right.
Well, you would do the same thing.
It's an underhand there, Justin.
So is the check coming in? All right.
So that tells me, well, wait a minute. That tells me it's electronics. That might be transistor driven because you can reprogram your keys?
So basically, the connection between the organ and the pipes nowadays has been updated, right? So there is a computer system, at least on the one on their circle. Some of them are still original and have, like 50 miles of wiring. So if I want this sound, I can push a button and all the stops will move down, and that way I can access whatever sound. Okay. And then if I want something softer, and I push the next preset, and then different stops will go down. And
so I understand you're going to be playing from The Wizard of Oz, and you're going to be playing from Wicked both?
Yeah. The theme of the show is Then and Now, which was one of the albums that came out of the music house.
So is that like Ken and you? Is that
Ooh.
I mean, I didn't.
Okay, you're on.
I didn't know.
No, this is the production meeting for next year right here. We're starting it right now. So the concept, I thought, selfishly, like, it's an open enough theme I can play whatever I want. But then also, it was an album title from the Music Palace. And what I thought was, okay, what would you have heard when you went to the Music Palace then? What would you hear if it were still open now? And so I actually did a little bit of field research on a couple of things. There are two really fantastic pizza parlors still left in the country. One is in Mesa, Arizona. That's sort of the mecca for us theater organists, called Oregon Stop Pizza. If you're ever out there, you got to go. Another one is in Greenfield, Wisconsin, which is a suburb of Milwaukee, Oregon Piper Pizza. And I know both of the organists at both those places. And I was like, well, what are you playing now? And they said, well, a lot of the tunes are sort of flash in the pan. They'll kind of like, have a hit for a bit and then, make its way down. But the stuff that gets most requested, and I kind of asked them, like, post-'90s when the Music Palace would have closed, they said the 80s music really, is lingering, and 90s music, like that kind of stuff.
Those are the middle-aged people right now.
Well, and it's
nostalgia.
It is. It really is. So you're going to get everything from the 1920s to the 1980s, even into the 90s. There may even be a tribute to Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh
my
wow.
gosh!
There you go.
At one point.
All right, so Patty, we've got this big program coming up, and we're running out of time in this segment.
Wait, we got Ken that we want to talk to.
Okay. Well, let's let Patty tell what the.
Okay. And then we got Ken, and then we can go a little long here.
Okay, good. Patty, tell us what this big program is that's coming up.
Okay, the program is next Saturday. It's Saturday this year, not Sunday. Next Saturday, the 13th, at 2 o'clock at the Hilbert Circle Theater.
Well, thanks for waiting until after our show. That was really nice of you.
It was important.
Yeah.
That was our key.
Kitchen underhand. And these guys are good.
They're really good. Go ahead.
And the other thing is we are going to have some side-by-side musicians, which are teenage musicians who are going to be part of the Now.
Well, that's cool.
And they are trumpeters, and they are going to play with Justin and with their mentor.
Justin's a teacher. Justin, you're a teacher. Do you teach the organ too?
Occasionally, and with a busy schedule of teaching and all that, and I'm trying to actually build one of these organs in my house now. Not like the full pipes and everything, but I bought a console and I'm having it restored.
Wow.
So once that happens, if you want to come over for a lesson.
Well, I see that you're married. Does your wife know you're building that in the basement? Go ahead, Pat. Go ahead, Pat.
Ken Double is on the phone with us, and you may remember Ken from Channel 6 Sports.
Yeah.
Because that's and I was so surprised. I always knew Ken. We watched him, but had no idea that he was a musician as well. So, Ken, what is your part in the feature Remember the Parmount next Saturday?
Well, they're praying to God that the 513 people that remember me from Channel 6 and the Pacers and the Ice and the Indy 500
It's
might
right.
buy tickets. The other thing is we are going to do a little silent movie magic. We're going to screen Buster Keaton's wonderful short comedy 1 week, and I get to play the accompaniment to the silent movie. So not that I did it when it first came out. But anyway,
So-
I
Sure.
will
Have
get
you-
to MC the event and play for the silent film.
All right. So
And have you done that before?
So double duty.
Actually playing. Have you? I mean, this must take practice, right? Have you done this before?
I have done this film several times, and yes. And
Where you're playing the
key
music
is
and the
to-
film is playing.
Right. And so you
Hey.
watch it a lot, you create some themes that work, and then you try and hit the comic cues musically so that the audience laughs along.
Ken, Terry, she's been in radio a long time, and as you know, radio people, we don't really follow along through the conversation.
No, I was hearing.
So I think she missed the part
Well, I thought,
where
he said,
when you were between sports jobs in the 80s,
Right.
you were actually a musician and you were playing at the Paramount.
but I didn't know that meant like with a film, playing along with a film. I didn't. I swear, I
That's
did
what
not
they
know that's
did
what
at
that
the
meant.
Paramount. That's
Back it up, baby.
But recently,
Yeah,
with
it's
this
fine,
one,
Terry.
with
We'll
this
talk.
show.
All right, so
we'll
it's
talk about it later.
$35
Shut
for an
up.
adult. Okay, it's $34 for an adult. But no, $35 for an adult if you're 18 and under with your ID. Is it?
It's free.
It's free.
That's
Yeah.
a huge.
Yeah, if
That's big.
somebody 18 or under, they'll probably wonder, probably will frisk them and wonder why they're
I'm
there.
pretty sure I can get a
Are you
fake
here
ID.
to
And
rob the old people?
Remember when we got the fake IDs to be older? Now we want to get them to be younger.
No, I
That's
bet,
right.
I
How
bet
much does
there
it
is.
cost to get in?
35. Golly.
Hey,
Follow
guys,
along.
Fantastic. Right on
Can I
cue.
sneak
Hold
one-
on, Ken.
Can I
Yeah, go
sneak
ahead,
one
Ken.
quick thing in here? There
Yes.
are a bunch of your listeners that have no idea, didn't know the Paramount Music Palace, have never heard a theater organ. If they're sitting there thinking, I'm not going to an organ concert, these are great entertainment. The instrument's fantastic. Justin's fantastic, and it will be the surprise of your entertainment life how much fun you'll have coming to the Circle Theater. So the Hilbert Circle Theater, let me get that right.
Yep.
To those of you listening, buy a ticket, bring your friends, and you will have a great time.
Now that's a testimonial.
Right there.
That's a testimonial.
Yep.
Right there.
That's Ken's, his TV background. He just kind of put it all together right
He's
there.
so good like that.
One last question.
And I
that's,
think
that's from
Terry-
the old sportscaster. Yeah.
I was just going to one last. All right, give me the score for tomorrow's game.
What game? Oh,
Colts and the Dolphins.
He doesn't pay attention to sports anymore.
Who, me?
He just
Yeah.
plays the
Colts,
organ.
Colts, 24-17.
Well, that's not bad.
24-17. All right.
You heard it here first.
Hold on. Is there anything else, Ken, that you want to say to Terry before we let you go?
Can't wait to do this again next year.
There you go.
There you go.
Ken Double
That's
on
the
the
way
phone.
you end it. That
Patty
was
Butwin,
good.
thank you for
Justin.
coming in. Justin Stahl
Thank
and,
you so
and
much
the
for
original
having us.
Munchkin from the Wizard of Oz has joined us too for moral support.
Oh my
What the hell
gosh.
is that about?
Wow.
Well, I warned her.
That's rough.
Anyway,
Lord.
tickets are $35. It's for a great cause, and you're going to hear a great instrument and great
And take
performances
your
for
kids,
sure.
18 and under.
There really is
are
something
free.
for everybody.
It really
in
is.
this show.
That'd be fun. We're coming right back with more 93 WIBC.
Good job.